What's going on today?
What's happening? Boy T Skrill.
I'm Sean Don Productions.
I'm about to cut you off.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. We one take Drake up in this bitch.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Yeah.
But so we Skrill and Don Films, and we want to talk about Thor.
Love and Thunder.
So he's shaking his head, but I guess we're gonna get into it. This is gonna be spoilers. You know, if you ain't seen the movie already, then that's on you, because we just finna just tell it all out and just give you our opinions on the movie and just tell you what we feel about it.
Sorry, y'all. You should have been there, man.
Right. So let's just kick it off. You got, what's dude's name? Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi.
Okay, Taika Waititi, man. Dude, he I think he got his praise from Thor Ragnarok, right?
Yeah, he did a couple other movies.
Right, he did a couple other movies, but I really liked Thor Ragnarok, and the reason why I liked it is because, like, Thor 1, he was like a thespian, you know, it was like, Greek mythology and stuff, and then like Thor 2, it was kind of like, I don't even know what Thor 2 was about. I can't even remember, to be honest with you.
Thor 2 was the one with the dark elves.
Mm-hmm.
And Jane had got the ether stuck inside her body.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and they had I think they went back and referenced that in Endgame when they went back and they had to go steal the ether from Jane's body.
Okay.
That's when he ran into his mom. But yeah, that's basically what the movie's about. That was like the worst villain ever. I can't think of his name, but dude was like the worst villain ever.
Yeah. And I think Thor 2 got a lot of bad reviews and stuff like that because they felt like it was no good direction where it was going. So when Thor Ragnarok came out, it was something totally different. He was more goofy. It was more like, in your face, and
I like the colors.
Yeah, the colors and all that kind of stuff. It kind of give you like
the new movie as well.
Yeah, the 80s theme. But with this movie, Love and Thunder, it was like my boy said, it was pretty much part 3 and part 2, you said, put together.
Yes.
And Thor Love and Thunder, it was one of those, the best way I can describe it is like a Tyler Perry film, if I ain't said this before. It was a joke, but it was a joke that was funny, and then it just kept going. And
so
it's like,
to say that Taika Waititi was like Madea in this movie?
It's like Madea, man. It's like, it's like, okay, we get the joke, let's move on. So that's my first impression of the film. But I guess we could just talk about it, man. So I guess we could start off from the beginning. Gore
the God Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a desolated planet. The planet is just wiped out. It ain't nothing but sand at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And he with his daughter, which we will talk about further, which becomes maybe a major cosmic character.
Probably so, man.
Yeah, but she ended up, I kind of told you a little too much right there, but basically she ends up passing away on the desolate planet in the sand, and he had to bury her, and then somehow he continues on his journey and ends up running into this god, the god that he actually worships.
Mm-hmm. So basically what happened was they were worshiping this god, and Gore, I don't know his real name or his like human name or whatever, but basically they were worshiping these gods, and they felt like, man, we going through all this stuff, why don't y'all come help us out? Until the point where his whole village was pretty much wiped clean, and all that was left was him and his daughter. So he was asking for help, from the gods and all that kind of stuff, and they had this high faith, all that kind of stuff. And then Gore, his daughter, pretty much died, and he pretty much was ready to give up too, until he seen like this. I thought it was a mirage at first, but he was actually at this like what do you call it? A paradise place, like a
it did look like
utopia or something like that.
Yeah,
it had everything, and he like, like, oh, okay, you my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Can you help me out and bring my daughter back, whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
the guy's name was Rapu.
Rapu, okay. Rapu was like, yeah, you supposed to honor me and all that kind of stuff, but you know, I ain't gotta do nothing for you, whatever. You supposed to, you know, rep me, and that's just gonna be it. You better be lucky that I'm letting you talk to me, type stuff. And so, right,
and he didn't look that good.
Right,
character,
yeah,
bad CGI.
Yeah, it was bad CGI. It kind of took me out of the movie, but we'll get into that. So, in some sense, it was kind of making fun of people's faith. You know, we praying to all these gods and stuff, and we don't get nothing in return. It's like they play things or something like that. That's basically what they was trying to say. So, Gore had put all his faith to his God, and he felt like the gods just spit in his face. Like,
yeah, he asked for a eternal reward.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was like, you know what I'm saying?
Eternal reward.
Right. It was like, no. And so at that point in time, he got choked up. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, dude, you don't talk back to me type stuff. Like, you don't deserve to even be in my presence.
Right.
And I guess in the midst of that, it was somebody trying to kill the gods before all this happened, but the god killed them, which left the sword.
Right.
I don't know the name of the
sword. Come from the symbiote Noah, which is the way Venom became.
Venom, yeah.
Yeah, it's tied into Venom with the Necro sword. And I don't know if they got the rights to him. Now, I think Sony should have just let him say it's Noah, but they probably got future plans for him in the Spider Universe, the Sony Spider Universe. But I think it was Noah with the sword. But the sword just took over Gore, and I think they keep doing that though. They keep having the Darkhold take you over.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he got corrupted by it. But at the same time, I believe that was mostly him as well, because it's like, I guess the sword was calling to him, and he felt that way.
Yeah. And
he was like, well, shit, if y'all don't want to pretty much help us out in our time of needs, and you want us to worship you, why the fuck should I give why should I give a care about you?
Right.
You know, and he killed the god, and he got even more corrupted, and the sword or whatever, it took over his body, and he had it in his mind like, okay, since my God wouldn't since my God wouldn't help, my people out, I'm gonna make sure all the gods fear me.
Quick. He didn't even hesitate.
It was so quick.
The Necro sword told him the whole plan. Go to eternity, handle your business.
And this happened in the first 5-10 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah.
And even though I like the story, it started off so promising. You know what I'm saying? It was really good. I understood it. I felt like the pace was a little bit fast, but I understood because they had to, go with the movie.
I think they could have gave us at least an extra 15
They probably
minutes.
Well, so I heard that they cut a lot of stuff out.
I heard they got a 4-hour cut, but Taika Waititi, he probably sneaked this to DC. He said, we don't do no director cuts. They suck. That's his take on it.
That's just I feel like he just trying to create controversy and make people, I don't know what it was, but
yeah, PR move.
But I felt it would have been beneficial if we would have seen more Gore, transition into this like evil being and stuff like that, because if you really think about it, he is called the God Butcher, but we technically only seen him kill one god. We'll get into all that. I don't want to move too far along.
Yeah. Well, he killed another god on the planet where
the big old dinosaur looking one, but we didn't see it though.
No, we didn't see it. No, we didn't see none of it. We saw him kidnap the kids. But then as we go, the credits roll. We have they got some new people in the credits, man. They had they had Miss Marvel in the credits. They had a couple people.
Yeah, they did. I did see Miss Marvel.
Well, not the credits, but y'all know what I mean. The logo. I think
the Marvel intro. Yeah.
Then we go to Thor with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Now, if anybody was trying to go see Guardians of the Galaxy in this movie, and you missed like the first 15 minutes, you don't see them no more. They pretty much just drop them off. Hey, you do your thing. But I guess I'm jumping too far ahead. So basically, Thor has been traveling with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's been trying to find himself. And he on this whole like enlightenment trip. like, what am I living for? What am I, he got back in shape and all this kind of stuff, but he's pretty much at a place where it's like all my people is gone. I mean, we do have the new Asgardian, but I guess it don't feel like home to him. So he just on a, he just trying to find himself on a new enlightenment. And I ain't gonna say he's trying to go for peace, but he ain't so gung-ho in battle like that anymore. No. It's like he lost the love for it.
He almost like Thanos when he did the snap. He like in his resting place.
Yeah, he battle torn and he just like, man, whatever, it's whatever. I help when they need me.
Yeah, but they needed him. He jumped up quick though, so he's ready for war.
Yeah,
he's still ready for war.
And he had to help save like this. How do you say it? Like it was like this like a godlike place or something like that.
It was definitely an alien planet. Yeah, and they was definitely like, it seemed like they was kind of, to me, was kind of representing like a Catholic kind of swag. Yeah, I kind of like how the leader had like the kind of like a priest, and they tore that place up.
Thor tore the place up.
Yeah, basically, to me, they were showing that Thor wasn't a good teammate for the good fit for the Guardians of the Galaxy. He was doing the whole fighting by himself. They just standing there watching him.
Yeah,
he doing the splits. You seen the splits?
Man, that reminded me of that little Van Damme commercial.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that Van Damme commercial when I seen that. But I liked his look. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was like back in the '90s when he had like that little punk rocker look or whatever.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. So I remember back in high school. Excuse me. Back in high school, he had that look and all that kind of stuff. But that's when, after he did that, he got rewarded some goats or whatever. And you're gonna hear a lot about the goats. If not through us, you'll hear about everything else.
Traveling magical space goats that somehow I don't even want to know if I can't even call it a yodel who. It's like something you do when you come off a mountain. Skiing on a mountain, you just yell.
Like a yak or something like that.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so annoying.
Yeah, like it was
funny. I see what he was trying to do.
It was funny, but like I was saying, like the Tyler Perry joke, it just kind of got overused at a point in time. But anyway, Thor got he got the rewards of the two goats or whatever, and it was a distress call, and basically. What's her name? Lady Sifu or Lady Sith? Was that her name?
Yes, Lady Sith.
She
got her arm cut off.
Yeah, she got her arm cut off in battle, and she was asking for Thor's help, and they had other distress calls. Thor wanted to help her. The Guardian of the Galaxies had to help somebody else. So Thor was like, "Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and help her out. Y'all do what y'all need to do. We just gonna go on part of our ways."
They was ready to get rid of him.
They was ready to get rid of him. And so they had a little bromance thing. Well, I don't know if it was bromance.
He was dissing him the whole time.
He was dissing him.
Nah, he tried like you handshake. Like, man, no.
Yeah. Star-Lord pretty much done with Thor. Like he wanna be his own captain, and Thor just kind of just stole like
that kind of was built up from the time we first met him on Infinity War. Yeah, that was.
Yep. But so Thor went to go help Lady Sith. I think that's her name.
Oh yeah, one more thing. No Gamora.
Yeah, she's still gone.
She's still gone. I just want to say that.
But I thought in Endgame she stayed with them, or did she go back in time?
No, she stayed, but
she stayed.
She must have.
That's a good. You know what?
She jumped on somebody's vehicle. She dipped out with somebody.
Yeah. Maybe she was in the bathroom or something like that.
Ain't no stayed on Earth.
Yeah. I thought she went back in time with, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check out Endgame just to make sure. But yeah, he right. No Gamora. You could tell it was just like a little cameo thing, something in the contract that they just had to fulfill. Like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this, and then we're gonna go about our way and stuff. Because it has to have an explanation of why Thor is not with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 when it comes out.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's what it is. But to go to the next thing. So they pretty much explained that there's this being out and he's killing all these gods. People need to, somebody needs to stop him.
Right.
And
But we skipped the part though too.
what we skip?
The part we skipped is after Thor's departure, they go to Jane Foster.
Jane Foster, yeah.
Yeah, which is Thor's ex-girlfriend from the Dark World, and they
1 and 2.
1 and 2, right. But that's the last time we had seen her. Was no, I think they had a little cameo of her when they went back in time. But basically, she they found out that she has stage 4 cancer.
Stage 4.
And she's there with Darcy from WandaVision, and you know, which is like been her sidekick. That's like her guy in the chair, yeah, basically she goes to Asgard, to New Asgard, and she gets the power.
But she don't get it yet.
She don't.
Or at least they don't show us that she got it. She just circling around it, and the thing is so-called calling her name.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't see that she grabs it. Or, they don't even explain none of that.
See, they leaked the footage of her in the air, like right there by that scene, but I guess they just cut it.
Yeah. Like, if I remember, I could be wrong, I had terrible memory, but I remember that they had a couple Asgardian guards guarding it. And then that's when some stuff went down, and I guess she was able to steal it or whatever, because they never show her, you know, wielding the power, you know, turning or anything like that. It just shows her, you know, draped up, you know, and hiding in a hoodie and stuff like that, and we don't know what happened. Then I think that's when we go to Thor, right?
We got one more thing. They show you that New Asgard is totally a tourist town.
It's a tour, yeah. It's like Florida.
Yeah, that thing like Florida. They got the floating
resorts
boat.
and stuff like
They
that.
had the restaurant, the Infinity ice cream cones. They got the Infinity Gauntlet on there. They did the play, reenacting Thor Ragnarok. They had I can't think of that chick's name right now, but she was kind of
the little McCarthy chick.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, she was kind of funny. And then we go to Thor. Valkyrie is the king.
She the king now.
Yeah, she is the king, and so she's doing all type of. I think that I don't even want to say.
She was like into politics.
Commercial?
Yeah, she was doing an Old Spice commercial. She's kind of like into politics now. Like she's a king, and she thought, you know, it was gonna be, you know, sitting on the throne and commanding people, but you know, ain't nothing been going down, and so she's gotten into the, like, I want to say like some bureaucrat type of thing. So she's a politician. She's like a state senator or something like that. So instead of her fighting and all that kind of stuff, she's signing papers, and
she didn't look like she enjoyed it.
Yeah, she didn't enjoy it at all and stuff like that.
War ready.
Yeah. And so
that's when Thor popped in.
Yeah. And so what happened after that then?
No, see what it was the distress call was Thor popped in at night. Thor came at night during the battle. That's when Gore came. Okay, that's what happened. That's how Thor got to Asgard. He came through at night. Because I remember Gore, he was sitting in the bushes and he seen the Bifrost come down and he seen Thor. He was like, you done fell right into my trap.
Right.
But he kidnapped the shorties. That's what he did. He kidnapped the shorties. And
you know what? I think that was like on a fly type stuff. Because I think initially he was like, okay, I'm gonna attack the village. I'm gonna make Thor come, and I'm gonna take the little sword, because they was getting down. You know what I'm saying? They was getting down, but Gore was a little bit too powerful. That's when the mighty Thor, Jane.
Exactly.
That's when she came in.
And then that was like they threw in the comedy again. They did the flashback of their relationship and kind of as to why they broke up. And she left him a note saying that she was done because, you know, Thor was too busy being a superhero, which she knew from the beginning.
And see, and that's the problem that I have with this movie. It's like, it's serious, comedy, serious, comedy, serious, comedy. It was too much comedy, and I couldn't really get into it to, like, emotional wise, because like God Butcher, first of all, that's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a moniker to live by, and you just going around, you slaying gods and all that. I liked that. But it's just the simple fact that the seriousness of it, then all of a sudden, boom, we gonna laugh and joke about it. And I didn't like that part of it. And I guess that's where the Waititi, whatever his name is, that's when he starts coming in, and and you know, you got Core. What's his name?
Yeah, Cord. Yeah, he's
Cord.
the voice of Cord.
You know, he's he like the token black guy in a sense. You know, every time something goes down, he got to say the funny thing. Like, you know, what's that movie? Not Another Teen movie. Oh shit, that is whack. You know what I'm saying? He like that type of dude.
Yeah, definitely.
And so when they was getting busy on Gore, that's when he was like, okay, this might be a little bit for me, a little bit too much for me to handle. I'm gonna go and steal these kids away.
I think he had already.
He probably already did have that in play.
He was already stealing them because, and me and you looked at each other. We got to speak on that because we was twisted a little bit. It was a black kid in the room and he was listening to like Guns N' Roses, and we like, come on now, because this is. I think this is supposed to be set in. MCU is now in what?
Like 2030 or something.
It gotta be because the blip is big.
No, I'm tripping. Like 2030 or something. Cause
maybe 26, 27, something like that. Cause it came back 5 years later, which was like in 2019.
So, of course, this year is 2022. I think they was 2 years ahead of us.
Right.
So this is like a whole nother year. So at least
they came back in their time was 2023.
Might have been. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's something.
But I think they got 2 years on us. So if this is 2022, they got to at least be in 2025, 26.
Yeah. So for us to see the black kid, we're not trying to be racist or anything, but it was like, man, come on. But when you think about it, when we figured out who he was Heimdall's son.
Heimdall's son.
Yeah, and he's from another planet. So this music is all new to him.
Is he really from another planet? Because he a kid.
Yeah, but you know, he didn't make it to New Asgard. So, I mean, unless he got something on that plane or something.
Yeah.
Then,
but out of all the music, though, and the way he was acting, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, and then he named himself Axel after the lead singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the kids that Gore kidnapped and took away. Because he almost killed Thor at their first match.
Yeah, that first match, he was giving him the business. Not like he was, like the action scenes were pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Like the little shadow monsters, it was pretty good, but it wasn't like super epic.
The shadow monsters?
I mean,
I think that was also another bad.
I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't, you know.
I guess that's what it's supposed to be like, because you could barely see it. So maybe, I guess that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
But I kind of want it to be kind of like venomy. I don't know if that's the word, venomy. You know, I want it to be kind of like slick.
Yeah. I understand why they did it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, obviously Marvel doesn't own the property, but they were just trying to let us know, like, this what it really is.
How to play fair, Sony, play fair. Give us some of these characters now.
Yeah.
But
what else happened?
Right at that moment, like we said, the Thor reunites with Jane. He realizes that she is the Lady Thor. Then they have a meeting because, you know, the town, like, man, they took my kids. You know what I'm saying? So Thor, he promises that he's going to get the kids back. He has a weird relationship that starts to build with millionaire. I can never say it right. Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. It's like they kind of like Stormbreaker, like I'm the new weapon, and millionaire, like shit. I done moved on. I got your lady.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, they kind of personified the weapons, made them like a personification of like people or so it was like a. If you know that meme when the dude was walking with his girl and he turn around and look at, you know, the other girl going past. Yeah. That's pretty much what it was. Stormbreaker was jealous because Thor still had feelings. I know this shit sound weird.
For his first hammer. But everybody still only, well, I cannot say that, but Mjolnir is his most infamous hammer. You know what I mean? His most infamous weapon. I see a lot of Stormbreaker toys and memorabilia now, but Mjolnir is the original.
You say millionaire. What is the name? Mjolnir. Whatever it is.
Mjolnir.
You know, we'll put it right here. So basically, so it was like is it a 3-way relationship, 4-way relationship? Because Stormbreaker is the new girl.
Right.
Mjolnir is the old girl, but he with Jane, which is Thor's old girl. And so now they got this little thing going on back and forth. It's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, it's very funny because I guess this may be spoke on too soon, but the relationship that Jane has with the Hammer is quote unquote toxic.
Yeah.
It's killing her.
It's killing her, yeah.
Yes, the Hammer is actually the Hammer that's giving her the power is actually killing her at the same time.
So basically what it means is, of course, he mentioned that Jane had stage 4 cancer. So when she wields the hammer, it is giving her life, but the thing is chemo. And of course, chemo is poisonous to the body, but it kills like the cancer cells and stuff like that. But because chemo was supposed to help a person, the hammer is basically killing the poison that's in her body, so it's making her die even quicker, because as soon as she let go of that hammer, all the chemo that was in her to kill the cancer cells is gone. And so that's why she's dying. If people don't understand, that's why she's dying a lot faster every time she wields that hammer, because it's removing all the poison, which is chemo, in her body and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's where, you know, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I feel like the longer she holds the hammer, she should be straight, right?
Right.
But the moment she lets it go or whatever, she goes back. I just hold that motherfucker forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's how it works.
I think it was just killing her, period.
Okay, it was just killing her.
Yeah, it was just like she basically.
Yeah.
It took her faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was keeping her. No, it wasn't keeping her alive. It was keeping her strong. But it was
only when she was so-called Mighty Thor. So every time she wasn't Thor, she was getting weaker and weaker.
Right.
You know, she falling over, she dropping stuff, and she can't hold herself up. She was just like slowly dying, and the only time she's like, you know, able to do something, you know, that's when she's Thor. But of course, like you said, it's killing her.
She ain't even told Thor yet.
She ain't even told him.
So
she didn't really tell anybody though.
No, I don't think she told Valkyrie neither. Right. I don't think she told anybody.
Yep.
Yeah, but they get on. They get the goats. The goats are still in the movie. Yes, the annoying ghosts we spoke of. They in
the whole. They are the whole movie.
Yeah, I can't even do the noise. Maybe you'll find.
Yeah.
But they got on the boat. You know, they use one of the tourist boats. That's what you see in the trailer. Is they get on that boat and they go to Omnipotent City, which is the home of Zeus, and like I guess this is like the gods'
meeting place.
And yeah, like, and you're gonna see like Aztec gods and God of course. I don't even. You seeing Greek gods. You seeing China gods like Buddha type stuff. You seeing all gods from all over the world that people worship and stuff, and they in this like meeting hall. And I guess Zeus is like maybe he's the god of all gods. No, he's actually the god of lightning.
Right, but I'm saying like he's like the top dude because everybody coming to see him.
Right.
Or at least that was his place or whatever, you know. So
that was definitely his attraction.
Right. So with that being said,
played by Russell Crowe.
What
do you think about his performance?
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
So what happened was Heimdall's son told Thor, "Hey, we at this place. We don't know where we're at." Thor was like, "Oh, okay, I know what that said, but we gonna need some help. We want to raise an army of gods to try to help fight Gore and his little shadow men."
Right.